And that dang on.
Well, that one I got no worse. The original you gave me.
She's a sister to it.
So this one was one of the ones you did
This is the.
You had a laying worker,
Fourth
and you used this device
Yeah.
to put the queen in there. This same device you gave me?
Yeah.
All right, guys, check this out. He's got this method down, and this is, you put the queen cage in there, the queen goes in here, and you put the queen down in there to get the bees used to.
Pretty cool.
Right here. We're going to check out this hive. He's got a method for getting laying worker problems dealt with and them accepting a new queen.
It's 4 weeks old.
So you take out all the foundation, that way the laying worker can't lay.
Cannot lay if they don't have anywhere to lay.
Yeah.
Up to 4 weeks, Jay.
And yeah, that looks good. Until they get used to the queen in that.
Yeah.
And you smear wax and honey on that screen?
What I gave you, yes sir.
All right.
Oh, they're doing good, Dawn. Just lay it down there for now.
I'm gonna set this one out here, Joe, so I can hand them to them if you need to.
They're drawing out some beautiful new wax there.
Yeah.
And they're calm. You can see them communicating. Now, one thing that we noticed yesterday in a couple colonies, you can tell when you have a laying worker by the way that it sounds that they don't have a queen. And you can see the bees running across the frames like they don't know what they're supposed to be doing. They're not working. They're just running across the frames, and look at that. Worker brood. So how many times have you used this method?
5 times.
For you? 5 times this year?
5 times this year.
And it's worked every time.
It's worked every time, perfect.
So that's going to be something that we can try out.
See her right there?
Yeah.
There's your queen.
Right there.
Yep.
Blue dot.
That blue dot queen.
I don't want to discuss that color.
You don't want to tell us about that?
I got jumped on for that.
Who jumped on you?
He didn't jump on me. He just said that I had the wrong color for the year. And I said, I mark them if I can see them, not to sell them.
That's true. You do a little bit more than me. I don't mark all of mine.
I try.
I keep them until I need to move them, or until their pattern's not good enough to continue. Well, that looks good, man. I thank you for showing me that and teaching me about this.
Pleasure to have you all here.
So we're going to try this out next time we deal with a laying worker.
I'll get you another one before you leave.
All right, thank you.
You're going to be fine, ain't you, Dawn?
Yep. Look at that.
You see hornet in there.
Yeah.
He tried to, but boy, he got out of there quicker than he could.
Very cool. So check out this robbing screen, guys. My ideal is the bees that don't live here, they won't know how to get in here, because the bees that do live here, they have to go in this weird angle at the top. Looks like it has 2 openings so they can go in where they want to. And the bees that live here will know how to get into the hive, and the bees that don't won't. So that's a pretty cool concept. My first time seeing that today, or ever. So that's neat. Check this out, guys. Let's see if we can. That's pretty cool.
I haven't had that off in years.
That's pretty cool. Just pop it off and see what they're doing over there.
Look over here on this side.
All right, let me put this one back in there.
Over, I'll get that thing.
Yeah. They're on the sun side. So you can really see how they work. Difference on this side and that side, where this side's oriented to the sun. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Got to see all kinds of neat stuff over here today. I'm like a kid in a candy shop over here. That's pretty awesome.
About 6 weeks old.
And this was another
laying worker.
All right.
What's his name gave me that to try. I don't think they're gonna like it.
Who will?
Yeah. Yeah, they're starting off, but they're almost to it.
Do you ever roll wax on those? It's really hard to get them started. I paint wax on. I get this. There's a foam roller you can get from Walmart, and you can just dip it in there and roll wax onto it. If you're doing a lot of those, you can do it faster.
Hands.
They put an extra up.
Frame's full, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. What's your focus, Jay?
Yeah, they put that extra in here, Dale.
I don't see the queen.
You got her marked blue?
I can't remember. Oh, she's in there.
Mm-hmm. Let me sit this down.
Here.
She might be on that one. I didn't look really good. I was gonna set the camera down and check out the frames. This one's got a good little bit of brood on it too.
Boy, this is full. Can't remember if I marked her or not.
Now these are Russians, right?
Yeah. See, here's an Apabay frame. Well, that ain't good.
Yeah, I've used a bunch of those frames at Randy's house.
Mike took 2 of them out here the other day. You know what it is.
Yeah, I think I've been doing experiments with observations when we were working with Russians and Saskatoon. It seems like they slow their brood production down.
Yeah,
It gets
they do.
Pressure and temperature. There's a queen.
You see her? Where's she at? I mean, as long as you see her. There she
You need a
is.
marker?
No.
Make a marker for you
Go ahead.
if you want. You can do it in white. That way you can
It don't
see her.
matter.
I know Mike might jump on me if I do it in white, but I got red. It's just red's real hard to see them.
Mike.
There she goes. She's right over there, Joe.
Well, she's a big old pretty thing.
She's going through the backside now. Probably get her up that hole there.
Yeah, I'll
She's
take
gonna
care
play.
of her. I gotta feed them tomorrow before I go off.
Right there, she is. She's coming up.
Right
the
up
side.
here.
Take that. She don't run, man.
She's back in that
Crap.
come through for a minute. You don't like that sunlight.
No.
She's back there on your side, Dale.
Coming through this hole right here. See her? You got her?
She's
Gone back through the crack.
Let her go. Get with her.
CJ, we still got this one right here.
Yeah, I want to move her.
All right, that's pretty cool, man. I like that method. All right, guys, check this out. We're at the rock yard. I just got this hive from J.R. Allen. He was generous enough to gift me this hive, and Donald was generous enough to help me move it over here. So we're gonna set it up over here today and get this yard filled out a little bit more. So that'll make 15 for this yard. So it's still growing. We're gonna combine some, so it's gonna lose some numbers eventually. But after this, we're gonna jump over and do some work at Donald's apiary over there in Spanisburg. All right, guys, we're over here at Donald's apiary. We're gonna do some oxalic dribbles in here today and do some mite washes to check and see how that flash treatment with the formant pads have done. So in the experimental stage, right, Don?
Yes, sir.
We're going to test some of them today and find out what their mite loads are and see how good that treatment was. So we're going to get on about it and keep on doing bee stuff today. So lighting the smoker up, getting ready, and we're going to be at it. Yes, sir, that'll work. All right, guys, we're going to do a mite wash. We've got this Varroa mite test bottle. This is a swirl bottle, and we got one of these. I think it's called a Mite check. Is that what that one is?
Yep.
So we're going to test these to see which one works better. We're going to do a couple mite tests. One of them's a shake, the other one's a swirl. So we got a frame of bees here. This is bees that have brood. These are the ones we're going to be testing. You want to look that over, make sure the queen's not there. I already looked it over once.
We'll shake them off and see.
You can.
That the number of
Drones still in there?
drones still in there.
Yes, sir. So we're going to do a mite check on these bees to test out our method there. I didn't see her on there. I looked it over 2 or 3 times, but I wanted a second set of eyes on there. And
Like I say, we'll let them see it.
yeah, she's not in there. So when you do these mite washes, guys, you want about a half a cup of bees. It's going to be about 300 bees. You can shake them into a container like this to get where you can shake them into a corner to scoop them up. And you're going to lose some bees like this doing this test, but it gives you a good, accurate measure.
I see, I can have that can, Joe.
Alrighty.
Here we go.
All right, bees in. Shake, 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 shake. We're making a bee shake here. These guys back in there.
We got several, Joe.
They still have a pretty high mite load there, man.
Yep.
So we're gonna test that across the board with the hives and see how it goes. We'll get an accurate count on this hive and then we'll move on to some of the other ones. So. Alright guys, we're going in for white mite wash number 2. So we're going to set this up right here. Shake these bees in there for Dawn. You ready, sir?
Yes, sir.
I know our queen's not in there. We put her down in the other box.
Hold that for here.
So we're
Just
gonna,
take that lid off for you there.
we're gonna get a couple of these bees and switch them around. See if we get a better mite check on this one. Don told me that this other hive has been problematic all year and in the past, so we're hoping that that mite load was a fluke we had an extremely high mite load on that one. So we're hoping that one was a fluke for some kind of reason. There's bees off there.
See a few, Jake.
See a few. So we're gonna have to do something a little different if we're getting some results. We're gonna have to test some of the other yards and check their results. See what we're coming up with on these bees. This is a feral hive out of McDowell County. They still have plenty of brood available there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I believe that's what it is.
We're gonna shake that more, a little bit more, and see. Using the Mite check one on this one. Tap a couple of bees. All right, let's see what we got there. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Might be some on that tag there. It's still a little bit higher than what I'd like to see, but it's not nearly as bad as the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's about 10 or 11 in there. It's still a little bit higher than what I'd like to see, but it's definitely an improvement from that one. So we'll keep checking across the board, man, and their vapors are going to be coming soon. So it's definitely lower than that one. We'll see how it is, see how it goes, check the mite loads. That's still a little bit higher than what we'd like to see. So we'll keep moving on through there. We're doing mite treatments today. We're doing oxalic dribble treatments. We did a Formic Pro treatment, was it about a month ago, Don? So about a month ago we did Formic Pro treatments, and we're getting a look at our mite load, so we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, so we got some results, and first we got these two comparisons of mite washes. We got the Mite check here and this Varroa test mite bottle. I believe that the Mite check is more accurate than the Varroa test bottle. I believe that when you shake the mites down, they have more trouble getting back through these holes, so you get a more accurate count. And on this one, the mites can go back through the holes. You also have this gap here with alcohol and bees. There's no gap in this one. I feel like some of the mites get stuck in the bees. We did 6 tests in this yard, and we had extreme high mite loads on the ones with the Mite check, and all of the ones with the swirl. You swirl this one to get the mites, they were a lot lower. They were still too high. So we have to find out where our error is. It could have been in the method that we used. It could have been in the batch of pads that we used, but we definitely have to continue to treat the mites because the mite loads are definitely higher than what we want. So we'll have to test some other yards to find some results to see where the error is so we can fix it. But we have one more to do back at home, and then I'm going to do some other testing at yards to make sure that it's not our pads, because it could have been our method. We use the flash treatment method in this yard. I don't believe that's what it is, so we're going to have to look at some other options and do some other testing before we can really post the results on that. That's why I say don't do the things that we're experimenting with. We accept responsibility for our experiments. But bees are looking healthy. They look healthy except for the mite loads. So we're gonna keep on going. Not gonna get it sitting on the couch. So we'll see you next test site. All right then. All right guys, we're back at Dawn's. We thought we were done, but we're definitely not. We are gonna do another formic treatment. These mite counts were way too high. We had got a mite count of 49 in one of the bees, and we just did a formic treatment last month. So we are trying to rule out what it could have been. We did do a Randy Oliver's flash treatment, which said that they have good results. I'm going to test my bees, and we're going to test some of the other yards to make sure their mite loads. But he had used a different set of formic pads from another spot. We thinking that it could be that. We're just trying to rule out. So we're back in here. We're going to treat some bees. So got to get the mite load down for some reason. And then we got to figure out why they were so high, because we've treated these bees all year, done good, and something's going on. So we're gonna figure it out right now. Partly right now. All right. All right then guys, we just come through and treated this yard, formic pads. We got through this yard in record time. Good thing those guys in the morning shift come in and got off the couch this morning. Come in and did all the hard work and inspections and all that mite washes and stuff for us. All right then.